Hey guys, doing our Devo from outside today because it's so beautiful. And so here's just our Devo for today and what the Lord's highlighting in a quick word to encourage you guys. So Ephesians 4:10, that's going to be our verse for today. So I'm going to read it to you guys. He who descended is the one who has also ascended far above all the heavens that he might fill all things. So, and I was reading that, we just went through Easter and we're celebrating that Jesus is alive and that he rose from the dead. But what is talking about here, the last part, is that he fills all things. And so that really stuck out to me. And so when we're thinking about Jesus filling all things, what that could mean is he could fill those lonely places in our heart. Especially loneliness can be something you might be struggling with right now. It might be something that just keeps coming up in your heart as schools are closed. And I was even driving by a school earlier and I was thinking of, you guys who don't get to finish your last year at the school that you were supposed to be at. That's really hard, but Jesus wants you to know today that he fills all of that pain and all of that hurt. And so if it's talking about in that verse, Ephesians 4:10, that Jesus fills all things, I think what we have to do is we have to invite him into those places, into those wounds, and just even crying with God, letting our hearts out to him, telling him we're frustrated, telling him that we're angry, but always choosing to trust him. And so Jesus died and rose again, so that he could be the one that fills all things. He fills our pain, he fills our insecurities, he fills all these cracks in our heart that we just feel inadequate or we feel not fully full. And so if we're thinking of, even I've done this before in youth group, but if you have like a water bottle, right, and that's where I'm at, if that's where I'm at today is almost all the way empty, he's the one that fills all things. But the only way that he can fill it is if I give it to him. And so what does it look like for us to give Jesus our insecurities and our hurts and our pains? We have to just hand it to him. And so handing it to him could look like having a real honest conversation, even if you're struggling with your faith or you're struggling with what you believe in, like talk to him about it. If you're like, God, I don't know if you're real, right? Even looking out here over the water, so I can show you guys, I'm out at like Point Ruston, and so looking at all of the beautiful water of how big it is. You can see the Olympic Mountains way over there. It's so pretty. Like God is so big that he made all of that. But even if you're wrestling with that, it's okay. Just be honest. The best thing we can do for our faith is just to be honest and invite God into that process. Like, hey God, if you're real, hey God, I'm having a hard time understanding what's going on and why are all these, things that seem unfair happening to me. Invite him in. And that looks like just handing like what we do have to him and asking him to fill it. And I guarantee if you have an honest talk with God about where you're at or what you're struggling with, he's going to meet you and he's going to fill you all the way up, because that's what he promised and that's what he is, and he's true to his word. And so my encouragement to you today is to ask God to fill you. If you're 95% and you need 5%, or you're completely empty, and you're in a low place, ask God to fill you, or ask God to prove himself that he can fill you. So that's my encouragement today, is that God is the one that fills all things and he wants to fill you up today. We just have to ask him and invite him in. Love you guys. See you soon.